It's really easy to start going down those paths, where you're seeking out where you guys went wrong, trying to understand what happened to us. It's really easy to get caught up in different areas. It's what people do as people. You say that you really get into something, no matter what it is. No matter what your interest is, you're going to see it all over the place, right? Instead of an understanding or taking the belief system out of it or walking that middle path, which is the path Christ showed us to walk, things would be at peace. Everyone's just so stuck on left or right, black or white, old and new, the Old and New Testament. Anyways, it's bigger than you think. There's more code in that book than you think. It's all showing us something really, really hardcore, very serious about the way things work as a whole. And once you start to see that, it's very clear. Walking that middle path, you start to realize everything is so messed up in this world with our eyes. These eyes. The whole world is messed up by these eyes. And we have a pupil in the middle of the eye, right? Because we're the student. But really the eye isn't the student. Learning, yeah. But we have nothing if you don't have the light within yourself to interpret what you see on the outside. Then you're always going to be stuck on the black and white. See, we were broken a long time ago. The broken Liberty Bell, the Indeed, the Civil War, all the different wars in heaven, and therefore there's a war in us. There is a war within us, a war outside of us. But we don't make peace anywhere in this world. We can't, not until we make peace within ourselves. And that's why it needs to be the goal to all of us to have peace within ourselves, to understand and never give up and never find that outside of yourself is lost. Turn around and look back inside and you'll remember who you are. You can look and look and look and you won't find the peace. That's why waking up is probably the scariest thing to do, because you have to go inside of yourself and see the dark. It's really, really dark in there. It really is. There's nothing but darkness. You're wrong to always think everything is black and white. Only those who wish to control and want you to see everything black and white will allow it to happen. Black and white is being on one side or the other. That's black and white. Always being on a side, dark or light, religion or science. But you see, I think the path goes down the middle, which I believe completely and totally and fully and entirely and 100%. I do know that there was a time before this world and there will be times after this world. That's just something I know with all of my heart and all of my soul. I know that we were divided by humanity. We are humane kind. We were divided by man and woman, and it was never supposed to be that way. We've been fractalized just like the world have been fractalized. Something very real is going to happen. And to understand that, you have to understand what has happened. You can't understand any of that if you're still stuck on the black and white path, as seeing things as purely good and purely evil. It's like I've always said in my past videos. We don't need anything. Why? Because everything we need is right inside of us. Watch a little child, They'll teach you. That hasn't been screwed up, This world doesn't know how to love. This world doesn't know how to love. Because if we knew how to love, giving that child the one thing they need and they will always need, they will always govern by it. We are all messed up. That doesn't mean give up. Why do I follow Jesus Christ? Because Jesus Christ did the right thing. He came here to set us free. He came here as a servant, okay? He came to save us from what this world is under control by, which is something we don't even understand or haven't understood. Absolutely. There's been evil and demonic presence. You don't even look back in the history. It can show itself at Hitler, or what happened to the A Empire building, or don't look at these things as, oh, look at this good God right there. What is he doing that's so right for the people? Frick no! There's been massive genesis, massive war, massive. But what I'm against right now here, and especially, is the nonsense. It's like people are frightened. They're fighting each other. People are fighting the ones that are trying to keep the frickin' love in the world. As everyone runs around with their hands on their hips and chins in the air, dropping F-bombs, mean as frick, being as nasty as they can be to one another. Why? Don't think that I can't be a bitch and that I can't get pissed off. You're damn right I can. When it's time to fight, and it's time to freaking fight, I will fight through for what is right in this world. I will be on that front line. You will see me on those front lines, okay? But as for this, it stands right now. What I'm dealing with right now, I don't understand it. Everywhere I go, there's nonsense and fighting between couples, in families, everywhere in this world. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Are you freaking in first grade? I mean, like, really? Dude, grow up. You know? Life is precious. Know the power that's inside of you that's been taped and stolen and taken from you. Know that strength. You have freaking God in you. Yeah. See what I'm saying? That wasn't taken from us. That wasn't taken from you. That's what Jesus Christ tried to give back to us. That's what he wants. And everybody's going around, walking around saying Jesus Christ was for the death. Absolutely not. Feel it. Divide the scriptures. There are many more than just one God in that Bible, okay? Now let's throw that out entirely and let's just go based on what I, Katrina, believes. And that isn't for you necessarily to take this. I don't want you to take this and try to believe it or apply it to your own like. Make your own dang belief. Do your own decision. Make your own thing. Walk your own way. I'm here to support that. To rise up in you and say you have a spirit in you and therefore do it. Right? We act like we're pieces of crap. We come here to make sacrifices to ourselves, not to give to those who are trying, but to tear the world down. That wants Genesis, Josias, that want only wealthy and the rich to have it. To think that we're only the peons down here at the lowest level when we're struggling. But you know, I don't let it get to me. In my own life, you see, the thing is, people look at me and say, oh, what does she know? I make mistakes and they judge and they hate me. What does she know? Like, who is this girl? Like, I have gone through frickin' hell in my life with, like, no help. But I'm saying, I think everybody walks through their own fair share of hell in this realm, in this life. I'm not saying that. But I know that there are very defined lessons to be learned in this realm, in this world. And there is something to be said about rising up and being released from the slavery. Why is it in the narrow way? Because it's in you, and it's the way out. Not being judgmental. It's discerning that all of you going around potentially hating each other and potentially poking at everybody else's life, trying to drag the whole world down. Because that's the control that they have on you in your life, and that you don't even see it. And I see it. It's something I see clear as day, and it goes on all the time with me, with you, with everybody. How people are being used to fight each other, yet everyone just laughs. Ha! I'm just gonna play you like a play button on a remote control. Here, play, play, play. No, you can't play me. So what buttons do I have to push to get your bells to ding? You know? I'm better than that. I had to fight. I had to fight freaking hard. Name something. Name a sin. Name a fail. Name it. And I have walked that. I have probably not only walked and had done that, but I have crawled out on my own. And I have gotten to the point in my life being so broken down and so beaten down on me. So freaking broken. I had demons freaking knocking at my door. Nightmares every night, crawling out of it. You get what I'm saying? You get to yourself to this point like that, like most people. I'll tell you what. You will call out to God. And the real God will show up. Not the one who's tried to keep you under his thumb in this world. The one that loves you and loves everybody and does not play such games. I've almost died many times, but in the end, it's always just full of death. Took everything from me. My family, my boyfriend, everything. I mean, freaking, what more? To the point where my own spirit rose up and said, that's it. That's it. Enough. Don't let the world take that from you and beat it out of you. Get it. It is a war. It is a war. You're damn right it is. And good is going to overcome it. And I don't care if I die in the process of my soul, my spirit lives on. They can't steal that from you or me unless we let them. Unless you give it away, okay? And even then, the most broken of hearts, you think God doesn't cradle them? Of course he does. I'm just disgusted and tired of people fighting with things they shouldn't be. Fighting in people that has been broken down and hurt by things. Mother effing world is breaking. Especially the ones that have been through that and are trying to help you and give you a good message of hope. Listen. With hope in the real God. That is where I find my hope, and it is real. Not the alien intelligence trying to control you. Not the fake gods on this world. The real God of all that will be coming down always. Coming for those, that have enough. He's going to come for those who have had enough. And I think we've all had enough. It's really easy to start going down those paths, where you're seeking out where you guys went wrong, trying to understand what happened to us. It's really easy to get